wherever you can hear me from. The question of the day is simple. Are you team Manchester United or are you team Tottenham Hotspur? Are you team Manchester United or are you team Tottenham Hotspur? Which of these sides you are rooting for to win the Europa League title today? Of course, both teams are looking to salvage a very bad season. So, yes, root for them with your reasons. Tell us your name and where it is you're listening in from. We'd be very, very glad to, of course, hear from you and read from you. The WhatsApp portal is open, so send your messages there at 0809-993-0137. 0809-993-0137. Just identify Team Manchester United or Team Tottenham Hotspur, then you can go ahead to probably just drop a prediction. The game is going to be won in normal time, in the extra time, or in a penalty shootout. Indicate with your name and your location. I'm dropping the question of the day first so that you can start sending in your messages to WhatsApp while I give you the stories that we have for us today. And we are live on Facebook as well as on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. At Nigeria Info Abuja. Yeah, so those of you who love to watch while you're listening, you could just go there. We are live. Okay, so our first story of the day, because we don't really have a lot of time, is at the 22nd National Sports Festival, medals table after day 3 came in, and I thought we should just let us in on what it feels like or what it's been like. After another very exciting day across the various venues at the National Sports Festival, day 3 official medals table summary is seen in Bayelsa State leading the pack. Yes, with a total of 6 gold medals, 2 silver medals, and 1 bronze medal. And they are closely followed by Oyo State with a total of 6 medals, out of which 4 are gold medals, 1 is a silver, and the other is a bronze medal. Lagos is next on the table in third after Tuesday's round of games. They have 3 gold medals, 4 silver, and 3 bronze medals. In fourth position is Cross Rivers with only 3 gold medals. Rivers State completes the top 5. They have 2 gold medals, 3 silver, and then 1 bronze. Now, we also have the IJA, that's the invited junior athletes, and they are surely punching above their weights, occupying 6th position on the table. Yes, with 2 gold medals, 1 silver, and 1 bronze. Defending champions and competition's favorite, that's Delta State. They are in distant 7th, so I don't know what's going on. After day 3, they are in 7th position, 3 rounds of games with just 1 gold. They have 1 silver and 1 bronze. So we have a total of 71 medals after so far, yes, after day 3, of which 23 of them are gold medals, 23 are silver medals, and 25 are bronze medals at the festival. And of course, we are building more momentum. Today is day 4, and excitement, competition, and quality is out there on display. The Director General of the NSC, that's Honorable Bukola Olopade, he has appealed to everybody, journalists across covering the games, to, assess the standings on the medal log, from the official table of the commission, rather than probably just things that are so much unverified. Every other day, the commission will put out what the medal table looks like, and here on Info, we're sure to carry you along. Don't worry, once the Team FCT wants to do something nice, we'll get to let you know. All right, so that's what's going on at the National Sports Festival, and that's pretty much the summary of the table after day 3. Let's quickly run over. Yes, indeed, to some basketball news this morning. I hope you are sending in your predictions. We don't have time. Team Manchester or Team Tottenham Hotspur, send them in on the WhatsApp portal so that when we're done, we could just take 2 calls and we'll wrap things up on the show. And then we'll leave all the excitement for much later in the day when it's 7 p.m. when you join us on Football Friends. Yes, I have some basketball news for us. Like I've said, the NBA 2025 season playoffs is being on. It's being on, and right now we are in the finals. The first game of the finals happened, okay, let's say this morning, but it was last night in the USA. So, but before that, let's just quickly wrap up what pretty much happened in the semifinals for us. Of course, Indiana Pacers, like I told us the other day, they started winning the semifinals that they were in against Cleveland Cavaliers, and they wrapped it up in some very beautiful fashion after winning the series on 4-1. Yes, they won the series at 4-1, and in the second semifinal, that is for the Eastern Conference. In the second semifinals in the Eastern Conference, New York Knicks, they won the series, the semifinal series 4-2 against the Boston Celtics. So we know now that the finalists for the Eastern Conference will be is actually Indiana Pacers and of course the New York Knicks. And we'll get over to the Western Conference, the semifinal. Oklahoma City Thunders, they won the series 4-3 against Denver Nuggets, and in the second semifinal in the Western Conference in the NBA, it was Minnesota Timberwolves. I don't know how people didn't see this coming, and Steph Curry, the face I saw after they lost, it wasn't looking good. But Golden State Warriors, they have to really take a chill pill now because, Timberwolves, Minnesota Timberwolves won them in the semifinals, and that series was, just 4-1. It wasn't even a hard-fought one. So sometimes you just expect Golden State Warriors, and they have stars everywhere. They should just normally force a game 7, right? If at all they are struggling, they should be able to take a series to game 7. It didn't happen this time. Minnesota Timberwolves just ran over them like a troop, and he ended 4-1. So we have in the Western Conference Oklahoma City Thunder and Minnesota Timberwolves. Yes, again, the Eastern Conference final is between Indiana Pacers and New York Knicks, while in the Western Conference, the final is between Oklahoma City Thunder and Minnesota Timberwolves. So that's the update that I have for us in the NBA, yes, this beautiful morning. And also, let me let you know that the finals already started off, and it started off with, we already know what's happening in one of the conference finals while we wait for what will happen today in the other, okay? If we look at the conference finals in the West, they had a game early hours of this morning in Nigeria, late night in the U.S., that was around 8 p.m. yesterday. Oklahoma City Thunder, they won their game 1 against Minnesota Timberwolves, and it was just so very good to see. They won 114-88. That is Oklahoma City Thunder 114, Minnesota Timberwolves 88. That's a very clear victory. That is for game 1. Of course, it's a best of 7 series every other time once the NBA playoff starts. Then today by 8 p.m. in the Eastern Conference finals, the game 1 will go down between Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks. Okay, so probably by tomorrow we'll let you in on what happened in that one, and of course winners of the various conferences will go ahead to play the NBA finals. All right, so that's the update we have for us in basketball. So we've moved from the National Sports Festival to basketball stories, and in football this morning, woo, tears everywhere at the Etihad yesterday. It was all tears. Tears of joy, tears of tears of wishful thinking. I don't know. Maybe City fans, they wanted Kevin De Bruyne to still hang around for some time. Maybe, but the club didn't offer him a new contract. He surprised everybody, even Kevin De Bruyne himself. But it is what it is. Let's let you know that Kevin De Bruyne received an emotional farewell at the Etihad Stadium for the final time last night, and the moment even brought manager Pep Guardiola to tears, and he called it a very sad day. Oh yes, the 33-year-old will go down as Manchester City legend, and he proclaimed that he will always be here after the announcement that a statue will be built externally in his honor outside the stadium. And Captain De Bruyne is set to depart this summer, and he started his last home game in a 3-1 victory over Bournemouth. He had a chance to score, but he missed the sitter. So the decade-long association has produced very, very amazing, result, unprecedented success for City. While the player, has etched himself into the club's history books by taking home an incredible 16 winners' medals during that period. And once the full-time whistle was blown, nothing was going to spoil his grand send-off. City players, the staff, the supporters, they paid tribute to their midfield maestro, and De Bruyne's face was plastered everywhere. You looked, on arrival to the Etihad last night. Some merchandise stalls. They had, scarves designed with Kevin De Bruyne's name, his pictures, even the shirt of the supporters. The match day program for yesterday had a mock-up of the player with a crown from the Premier League trophy atop his head. And, City had announced in the lead-up of kickoff that they had dedicated a mosaic and named a road. They named a road after Kevin De Bruyne at the club's academy. It was also fitting that a player that had created such artistry on a grass canvas had he had a huge mural painted of him in Manchester's and Northern Fort. There's nothing they've not done. Like they've gone all out just to honor, Kevin De Bruyne. And then there was a time, we started hearing chants of, "We want you to stay, Kevin De Bruyne." It was just ringing around the stadium. But at full time, there was a montage of his best moments, over the past decade, and it flashed up on the giant screen with messages from some of his former teammates like Sergio Conaguero, Vincent Kompany, Raheem Sterling, and we also saw Pablo Zabaleta. Of course, you remember Pablo Zabaleta, the Argentina former international. He was giving an honor, a guard of honor. And he returned to the pitch with his kids and his wife. And he said he came to the Etihad. When they came as two, he and his wife, but they are living as five because in the city of Manchester, of course, the blue side, they gave birth to 3 children. Oh, my days. Such a beautiful story. I don't know. It was when they now gave him the honor to speak to the fans and to everybody. That was he could not control it. I mean, it's normal when players retire, but I'm not sure I've seen that one of maybe a coach also crying. Pep Guardiola cried his eyes out yesterday. But we wish Kevin De Bruyne the very best. We don't know what is up next. We're hearing news from the USA, from Chicago Fire. If he's going to go there, we'll all find out together. So, the cutting drops on the very illustrious association between Kevin De Bruyne and Manchester City. And the last story I have for us is on the big one for today. In fact, let's just get to the phone line. Yeah? All the build up to this game. Join us by 7 p.m. on Football Frenzy. We'll build up all the way to around 7:45. Then our coverage studios for the Europa League final will open. I'll be here. Prince Will do us a lot of honors later tonight. Just do well to join us. Okay? So I'll throw the phone lines open. Call us on 0700 951 0000. That is 070 0700. Let's do it that way. 951 0000. I'll look at WhatsApp and see what you have for us there. You can also even call in on the WhatsApp line. That is 0809 993 0137. I just want to know one thing. Are you Team Manchester United or Team Tottenham Hotspur? You can also do that on our Facebook. So I'll pretty much check Facebook as well for messages from you. Have a good morning. My name is Momo from Daupe, Chelsea lastborn. Today, Tottenham Hotspur will beat Manchester United and collect their Europa League Cup. Please, no, I don't have time for that one today. Your second question about transfers, okay? Yes, this is the drive. We're just driving through. I'm not staying on any story for too long. Kachi, it is Spurs. I am Team Spurs. Have you not seen that the underdogs have been winning the important laurels? So Spurs 3 and Manchester United 1. Your name is Banky, and you're sending this one in from Wuse. I need a caller. Okay, I have a caller. Let's take this one. Hello, very good morning to you. Hello, good morning. This is a WhatsApp call. It's taking a bit of time to connect. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, let's go. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Yeah, boom chaka chaka lady.
Boom chaka laka. Does it? Let's hear you. Quick one.
I'm on my way out. Just wanted to say and to tell you that match that you talked about tonight. I know. I'm a blue. I'm a blue for life, so I can never support the red. So I want Tottenham to take, even though Tottenham are long names. When you watch your battle, when Tottenham plays you, they play somebody else of them.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Thank you so much. Today says he's blue forever and he will never support anything that has in fact an iota 18th of reds with, which is Manchester United. Woo! Okay, thank you, Jose, for calling in. We have another one. Good morning, Kachi. Okay. What's up? Why is it not opening? All right. My name is Achuma. I am texting you from Gudu. I'm supporting Tottenham tonight. Not like I care about them, but because Manchester United came into the Europa League through the back door. That was from last season. And they displaced Chelsea. And now they want to come into the UCL through the back door again. he said it cannot happen. That will not happen. All right. I heard you, brother, loud and clear. Hello. Are you with us? I don't have time in the mornings. Good morning. Okay, let's try another one. Hi, good morning.
Kachi, good morning.
Yes, a very good morning to you. What's your name?
This is calling. I wish Tottenham is the pillar. I would say it is a walkover. But Tottenham are not serious club.
Okay.
Man U will win them. No matter how Man U play with them.
Okay.
You will see.
All right.
Tottenham will still disappoint fans.
All right. We're waiting to see that tonight. All right. that game is by 8 p.m. And someone here says, good morning, Kachi Okafo. What's up, brother? Nobody can stop us. Nobody can stop us from winning our trophy. He says Manchester United 2 and Tottenham Hotspur 1. Cold water, obedient man, Emeka from NMPC Towers. Thank you very much for sending in that message. We can continue this conversation. Whether you're team Manchester or you're team Tottenham Hotspur, I don't want you to just identify your team when you get to Facebook or YouTube. When you identify your team, tell us why you want them to win. Go on and banter. Go on and drop your predictions. We want to see all. In fact, we need all of the noise ahead of tonight. Okay? Yes. And like I said, that game will be up by 8 p.m. and we'll be here to make sure that you do not miss out on anything. It is in Spain. Yes, we already know that it is in Spain, but it's at the Estadio San Mamés, and that's the stadium of Athletic Club Bilbao. All right, so that's where we'll be up tonight. Join us on the Frenzy once it's 7 p.m. Kachi Okafo is my name. Continue the conversations on Facebook and YouTube. Good morning, Abuja. Boom, jagalagalagalaga.
All of this same.
I beg, make nothing hungry you again today.
I am pregnant wife, they follow talk so.
Neighbor, I beg.